Welcome back, everybody. This is GTF, and this is I Played a Thing. When we last left off, Neptune and Mars are dead. Mercury is next on our hit list. I really do like this guy. He's pretty cool in design, and as you can see, he's not exactly solid. Well, we'll get to that later when we actually get to killing him. This is pretty good stage music, too. It's a little... what's the word I'm looking for? It's not peppy, but it's got a nice little beat to it. This stage is very similar to Megaman stage in the sense that the biggest bane to your existence as far as the stage goes is not so much the enemies, but the damn conveyor belts you're stuck on. However, there's a catch. Unlike Megaman stage, the ones in Mercury stage randomly change direction on you. Yeah. So not only are you... not only can you just suddenly be fighting the direction of the belt, it can suddenly just change on you and suddenly you're just darting forward. And, watch as you run right into spikes or into a pit. That's gonna be pretty much par for the course. Otherwise, the stage isn't really that tough. But you will see that there are areas where it looks like the jump isn't hard to make, but it turns out the only reason you're making it across is because Megaman can defy physics and stand on air when as long as he has a couple pixels of a foot on something. These enemies are moderately annoying, but see, they die pretty quickly. They have a very narrow window from when you can actually hit them. Here's a good example of where the conveyor belts can screw you over. I'm just going to wait till it reverses, so once I go out that slide, it's not going to shove me right back off into the pit and drop me down a frame. These enemies, as you've seen before, the wheel pops off and comes at you. You can't shoot down the wheel, you just kind of have to dodge it, and I'd rather take the safe route and just hide on the ladder. And the crushy floor-ceiling things, like we didn't get enough of those in Dustman stage in Mega Man 4. Whatever, we can do it again. These little garbage-spitting enemies are moderately annoying just because they soak up a pretty decent amount of damage. And you don't exactly have any weapons that can kill them particularly fast available at the moment. Early on in this game, in like the first 4 stages, Mercury has a pretty decent spot to farm some P-chips just because of that large section of in the beginning when we had the drop, where we had the 4 freebies there, 2 of them being large. This is one of those areas where you can easily miss your jump just because the conveyor belts are working against you and the pixel-perfect nature of the gaps. Especially this little spot right here. I'm gonna wait till it changes, wait for the drop, and jump right into the pit. Totally my fault on that one. I just didn't jump. I didn't jump at the right time. I jumped too soon, actually, as you saw. Right into the pit. Way to prove I don't fall for those things, right? Alright, shake it off, keep going. And that's the way things roll here, and I guess I might as well get out the disclaimer. Once again, I do not guarantee super plays on these IPATs, people. I know I make Mega Mario look easy. No, I don't, but moving on. And I die. Let's face it. I die in video games. I ain't a magician at what I do. So let's just keep going, shake it off, keep going on. Thankfully, it didn't send me that far back, because the stage was actually almost over. Mercury is not too far from there. Mercury is a pretty interesting boss in general. You don't see his kind of that sort of pattern, or not pattern, but theme from a Mega Man boss. They're usually just hop around. Hop around, you shoot him. Mercury, he's constantly shifting around between shapes and blobs and stuff like that. Also, he's got a pretty unique weapon. His weapon's called the Grab Buster, and it's awesome for you. Probably one of the most creative weapons you'll ever encounter in the Mega Man series, or the classic series anyway. You shoot an enemy, you get a small health power-up back. That's pretty nifty. However, it's a royal bitch when he shoots you with it, because it makes you drop random items. You could just lose P-chips, but other times you might lose your E-tanks or your weapon tanks, and it's a real bitch to fight him on the rematch and accidentally eat a shot from him, and bam, there goes your super tank. It's like, you just start shouting, son of a fucking bitch. But this is really all he does. He has only two ways of getting across the screen. It's kind of like almost a mini Yellow Devil, and for some strange reason, I really do not know why I could not dodge the second movement pattern for some strange reason. Yeah, see, I did it right that time. I don't know why I can't pull it off consistently when I'm actually recording, but there we go. Mercury will not even get a chance to shoot at you because he moves to the other side of the screen the moment he takes damage. You can actually shoot him before you can basically keep him perpetually just moving back and forth without ever actually shooting you. Very simple fight, and I mentioned before, he's weak to Saturn's weapon, which I cannot possibly have for this encounter. But now the game's going to show off the Grab Buster for us. Just watch how awesome this is. Yeah. You know, when you're near death, just rely on the Grab Buster, and you're back up to something manageable. I love this weapon. Capcom needed to come up with this thing sooner. But we've got some swag now, so let's go shopping. Hello? There we go. Yes, I brought back the fucking P-chip, so why else would I be here? First things first. Magnet Hand. Definitely want to prioritize getting this weapon, in my opinion. Because now it gives you access to a lot of extra goodies that you probably might not have been able to reach before. Unfortunately, I can't afford anything else. So we're just going to save up. I'm probably going to go up for the Clobber Hand or something, or the Energy Balancer. But we'll worry about that next time. Next up is Venus, but we'll save that for the next episode. See you next time.